When did God become real in your life?
I think to me, the obvious answer would be when my children were born. Um, but going through some of the medical issues that they did, I relied on God in prayer. But then when I went to work working with special needs children, and I knew that was my calling, that was what I was put on the earth to do. And even when I got fired from that job and thinking that was so unfair because I was so good at it, and then being hired on to work one-on-one, which I kind of saw as a downgrade.
Yeah.
And then meeting the child and working with the child, again, God knew better than I did.
Yeah.
And it's been a blessing ever since.
What difference has it made in your life, and how do you make God manifest in your life?
I think being invited to Katizo has made a difference in that I have more focus on what's important, that God sees as important. And just on a daily basis, working with the child that I work with, and personal struggles of CJ cutting his fingertips off. I've had to rely on a lot of prayer to get through this one, and we're still doing it, and we're going to be fine. It's just still icky to me.
All right. Thank you. When did God become real in your life, and how did it occur to you?
Well, God became real to me in my life when I was on a trip to Puebla, Mexico this past summer. And I was staying with a family in their house in a small village called Tecuanipan.
How did it occur?
Well, I was with them, and my parents, when they were out of college, had gone to Mexico to live there for many years, and then done the same thing in El Salvador. But it just hit me like what life was like for most people, and like what it was like to actually live that. And then even though I didn't truly experience it, I got a taste of what it was like to live as a crucified person of this world. And even though I didn't get an accurate experience, I felt that if that something was inspiring people to live through this anyways to help other people, and that something was helping these people have hope even in a hopeless situation. So that's when God became real to me in my life.
What difference has it made in your life, and how do you make God manifest in the way you live now?
Well, I'm going to answer those two questions backwards, because the second explains the first. So I feel like God has manifested in my life, for my entire life, through those around me, through the religious teachers that I've had, through my parents, through mentors that I've had throughout my life, and that since I was born, I've always had those people teaching me and affecting me, making me the person that I am today, and like showing me what it is to be a Christian, and showing me what it is that God can do in your life.
How have people been touched by that, by you, since you've been nurtured in this wonderful way?
Well, I haven't done as much work volunteering or helping anyone as I probably should. I've been focusing mostly on my studies. The only examples would be some work that I did while I was in Puebla, working on a farm, and volunteering that I did tutoring children, both at the Woodbridge Apartments, and before that in the Loyal Project program at Brophy.
Mm-hmm.